There have been recent calls to abolish inheritance tax, as there are from time to time. Inheritance tax at the moment is raised at a rate of 40% on estates worth more than, depending on exactly how it works, but usually more than about £500,000. Why these calls to abolish inheritance tax? Well, partly it is a remarkably unpopular tax. In most surveys, it's just about the most unpopular of all taxes. Now, that may seem very surprising. Actually, only a small minority of estates pay inheritance tax at all. Many people think it's probably the fairest of all taxes. After all, the people who inherit haven't done any work to deserve the money that they're getting. I think there are two reasons it's so unpopular. One is the natural human instinct to want to leave money to your children, and the sense possibly that a lot of that wealth has already been taxed, though I really don't think that's a good argument. The second, probably more important, is that inheritance tax as we have it at the moment really doesn't work very well. If you haven't got much wealth, if it's basically all in the family home, you can't do much to avoid inheritance tax. If you're seriously wealthy, it's really extremely easy to avoid. Just by buying shares on the alternative investment market, for example, you avoid it completely. By putting money into a pension, bizarrely enough, you can avoid it pretty much completely. If you're super wealthy, there are all sorts of ways of paying lawyers to avoid it. I think that makes it look is very unfair. We may not want to abolish it. We certainly need some serious reforms.